Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by telling you about someone you may have never heard of. His name was George Stinney Jr. In 1944, George was just a 14-year-old boy when he was arrested for the murders of two young girls in South Carolina. He was questioned without his parents or a lawyer. His trial lasted only a few hours, and the all-white jury found him guilty after only a few minutes of deliberation. Less than 3 months after being arrested, George was executed in the electric chair. 70 years later, a South Carolina judge threw out his conviction because he has not received a fair trial. By then, of course, it was too late. George Stinney's story makes us ask an important question. What happens when our justice system gets it wrong? My name is Perla Morales, and today I want to persuade you that the death penalty should be abolished. I explain what the death penalty is, acknowledge why some people support it, and then share 3 reasons why I believe it should end. My 3 reasons include because innocent people can be executed, because it doesn't clearly reduce crime, and because it costs society more than life imprisonment without parole. First, what is the death penalty? Also called capital punishment. It is the legal execution of someone convicted of certain serious crimes, usually murder. Many people support it because they believe it gives justice to victims' families, keeps dangerous criminals from ever hurting anyone again, and discourages future crimes. I understand those reasons. Everyone wants victims to receive justice, and everyone wants safer communities. But wanting justice and choosing the death penalty are not the same thing. My first point is that the justice system is not perfect, and that's exactly why the death penalty is so dangerous. George Stinney's case reminds us that mistakes happen. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, more than 200 people in the United States have been exonerated and released from death row. After evidence showed that they had been wrongfully convicted, some were cleared through DNA evidence, while others were victims of false testimony or prosecutorial mistakes. A life sentence can be reversed if new evidence is found, and execution cannot. If there's even a small chance that an innocent person could have their life taken away, then we should question whether the government should have that power. My second point is that the death penalty has never been proven to prevent crime better than life imprisonment. According to the National Institute of Justice, researchers have found no reliable evidence that executions deter murders more effectively than long prison sentences. People who commit crimes often act out of anger, desperation, or mental illness, not because they stop to think about what punishment they might receive. If the death penalty does clearly make us safer, then why continue using it? My third point is that the death penalty costs taxpayers more than people realize. According to the Death Penalty Information Center, death penalty cases often cost millions more than cases resulting in life without parole because of longer investigations, more attorneys, and years of required appeals. The American Bar Association explains that these appeals are necessary because of the irreversible nature of the punishment and the need to ensure defendants receive a fair legal process. According to the Innocence Project, many wrongful convictions have only been discovered years later through post-conviction appeals and DNA testing, showing why careful review of criminal cases is so important. Instead of spending millions on one case, those resources could have been invested in solving unsolved crimes, supporting victims' families, improving mental health services, and strengthening violence prevention programs. In conclusion, today I shared George Stinney Jr.'s story because it reminds us that the justice system can fail. We also learned that innocent people have been exonerated from death row, that researchers have not been able to prove that the death penalty is stronger than life imprisonment, and that capital punishment often costs taxpayers more than sentencing someone to life without parole. Justice should never depend on a punishment that cannot be undone. I encourage you to learn more about the death penalty, have conversations about its impact, and support policies that replace it with life imprisonment without parole. If we truly value justice, then we should build a system that protects society while protecting innocent lives. Thank you. Where's the